The saying goes, if there is no enemy within, then the enemy on the outside can do us no harm. Today's topic is win from within. I'm giving you 4 strategies to overcome the enemy internally. Oh, you know what's up. Turn me up. I'm mic'd up. Join me and let's mix it up. What's good people? How you doing? How you living? How's it going? What's happening? I hope that you are doing well. Well, family, I want to welcome you to another edition of In the Mix. I'm your host with the most, yours truly, Dr. Eddie Connor. And it is an honor that you have joined me today. Come on, I need you to do a brother a favor. Do me a quick favor. Hit that thumbs up button on this video. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button. I'm growing your greatness, helping to grow our channel for change, our channel that creates change, our channel that breaks chains. And like we always do at this time, drop some light bulb emojis in the chat. I'm turning the light bulb on in your mind. Yeah, I'm going to stretch the elasticity of your thinking as we have this courageous conversation of illumination. Come on, let's turn the lights all the way on. Let's brighten it up. Let's light it up. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it all the way lit. Why? Because we are the light of the world. And today we're going to spotlight and highlight a tremendous topic entitled Win from Within. 4 strategies to overcome the enemy internally. It is the great Howard Thurman who said, every journey upward begins inward. I like that. Let me say that again. Every journey upward begins inward. We have to win from within. We have to overcome what oftentimes seems to be so overwhelming in our mind. Because what we can do is oftentimes talk ourselves out of what God wants us to step into. What do we have to do? We have to tap into that inner excellence that is on the inside of us. Isn't it interesting how we can identify what everybody else is excellent at? What everybody else is proficient in, what everybody else has that is their inner genius and their particular peculiar expertise. But we fail to see our own. Come on, now more than ever before, I need you to see not just what's on the outside for everybody else. I need you to see what you're holding on to, the greatness that's on the inside of you from within, from the inside. There's a movie some time ago, played by Denzel, if I'm not mistaken, called Inside Man. Inside Man. About a bank heist, about a bank robbery, and some things went awry and askew. But there's another aspect for this. We have an inside man internally. That's our spirit. And oftentimes we have allowed things that are outside of our control. We have allowed people, places, things, spaces and places, different faces to rob us of the treasure that's on the inside of us. Come on, bank robbers, thieves don't come after an empty vault. They're not trying to rob something that doesn't have any value. And I need you to recognize, number one, we're talking about 4 strategies to overcome the enemy internally. You have to, number one, value you. Come on, family, write that down. Value you. Value you. If I'm going to overcome the enemy internally, I've got to I've got to recognize my value. Thieves don't come to steal from an empty vault. My vault has value. And so here's what I have to do. I have to recognize that I got to protect the inside man. Greater is he that is within me than he that's in the world. I got to protect the inside man. I got to value myself. I got to love myself. I have to know my worth. I have to create healthy boundaries to protect the value that I have internally. Come on, family, type that. Value you, value you. If I'm going to win from within, I got to value myself. Scripture says that you have a treasure within an earthen vessel. There's a treasure within you, despite all the trash of what it is that's been dumped on your life. There's still treasure there. Despite all the junk that you've had to go through and maneuver through, there's still a jewel in you. It really is. Got to recognize that. Pablo Picasso said the meaning of life is to find your gift. The purpose of life is to give your gift away. Proverbs says your gift will make room for you and bring you before great men. The Apostle Paul said that you are to stir up the gift. There's value in your gifts. Now's the time to use them. Now's the time to develop them. You got to value you to where you say, no, I'm not entertaining trauma bonds. I'm not entertaining negativity. I'm not going to allow the space and place of my heart to be infiltrated with toxicity. I'm drawing a line in the sand. I am the CEO of my own life. Family, type that. CEO, CEO, CEO. CEO. Chief Encouraging Officer. Chief Edifying Officer. You are the CEO of your life. You have the responsibility. You have the right to hire, demote, promote, to reassign, reevaluate. You have that right. And you need to do what's right so that you can thrive and not just survive. Number two. Secondly, I hope you're following me. Hope you follow me. Number two, train your brain. Train your brain. That's what you got to do, family. You got to train your brain. Come on, if you're going to win from within, you got to train your brain. What do I mean by that? You have to mind your mind. Why? Because there's a lot of landmines that are trying to come at your mind. What I'm talking about, landmines. The landmines of worry, the landmines of doubt, the landmines of negativity, the landmines of frustration, the landmines of toxicity, the landmines of your past and people's opinions that oftentimes become your prison. You have to mind the landmines. Got to mind your mind. Why? Because life, the enemy would love for you to blow a gasket. The enemy would love for you to trip. The enemy would love for you to have a brain aneurysm because you got so much going on in your mind and in your head. And it's nothing but the 4th of July fireworks every single time that you think. It's nothing but TNT, trauma and triggers, when it needs to be truth and transformation. I got to shift from trauma and triggers to truth and transformation. Got to train my brain. Right? Value you. That's not just episodic. That's panoramic. That's holistic. Your brain is superior to every other organ that is on your body. And since it's superior, don't treat it like it's inferior. Come on, he said, I'll keep you in perfect peace if you keep your mind stayed on me. I got to train my brain. I got to train my brain to focus on the inner excellence of what's going on inside of me. I have to train my brain to move myself into a place of mental toughness. I have to train my subconscious mind. Got to expand my belief system. I have to overcome the mental blocks. I have to overcome particular habits that move me into a place of not high achieving, but low level living. Come on now. You got to move from low level living to high achieving. Whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are worthy, whatsoever things are just. If there be any virtue, if there be any praise, think on these things. I was talking to my barber. Today. And He said to me, man, I've been in a fight. I said, well, who? Cutting my hair. Said, man, I've been in a fight. I'm looking at him like, no, I don't see no, your wrists don't look beat up. Your knuckles look pretty intact. I don't see any blue or black under your eyes. What's going on, bro? Talk to me. He said, yeah, man, I've been in a fight. I said, well, who? He said, myself. I said, He said, yeah, man, I was fighting myself the other day. I said, what you talking about? He said, man, I just kept getting these thoughts of doubt. He said, yeah, man, I know my wife loves me, and I know X, Y, Z, and this, that, and the other. And, I know my children are there for me. He's going on to say all this stuff. But he said, man, I was dealing with thoughts of doubt and dealing with thoughts of unbelief and dealing with thoughts that kept me in a place of frustration, and I had to fight it. I said, how'd you fight it? He said, man, I fought it with affirmation. I said, I fought it with the word of God, right? The sword of the spirit, the shield of faith. Feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Weapons of our warfare are not carnal, but mighty through God to pulling down a stronghold. He's focusing on training his brain. We're all in a fight, family. Come on, family. I need you to tell me. I need you to talk to me. Come on, just type, fight the good fight. Fight the good fight. I got to fight the good fight of faith. We sing the song, I'm a soldier in the army of the Lord, and it's only just a song. It's only just a saying, but it's not how we're living. We are all in a fight. If I'm going to win from within, that means I've got some opposition. That's not only outside of me, but within me. And what I have to do, I have to overcome the enemy internally. Why is that? As my friend was mentioning, he said he was in a fight with himself. It really underscores and underlines the fact that the greatest enemy is oftentimes the inner me. Yeah, when I would do good, evil is present. There's a duality internally within us. We're all in a fight. Am I going to win the fight? Or am I going to lose the fight? The greatest enemy is the inner me. It's always me versus me. That's my greatest competition. My greatest competition is not you. My greatest competition is, can I be better today than I was yesterday? Can I be a better me today than I was the me yesterday? It's me versus me. Heard a rapper say, I'm my biggest competition. I see no opponents. Yeah, if there is no enemy within, the enemy on the outside can do us no harm. I need you to focus on that. I need you to see that. I need you to understand that greatest enemy, the greatest enemy is oftentimes the inner me. And you got to shift from being your greatest enemy to being your best friend. Don't betray your greatness. Don't betray your value, but value you. Train your brain. Mind your mind. That's what now shifts you into inner excellence. That's what now shifts you into greater performance. That's what now shifts you into living your best life. Yeah, I'm living my best life. I ain't going back and forth with you. Yeah. Come on, I'm living my best life. I'm not going back and forth with these haters. Living my best life. I'm not going back and forth with commenters. Living my best life. Why? Because he said, I come that you might have life and have it more abundantly. Family, just type abundant life. I'm living the abundant life. The best and the blessed life is the abundant life. Oh, I got an abundance of more in store for you. I don't want you to touch that dial. Smile. Come on now. Once you stick and stay, more is on the way. Of In the Mix. Yeah, I told you I got 4 strategies for you. I only gave you 2. Let's talk about the other 2 on the other side of this break. After these messages, I'll be right back. I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content and all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to the eaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday. 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays. And then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church. Yes, y'all, and we don't stop. Family, I need you to heed to these resources that you've heard. Let's get back to the word. Yeah, we're talking about it. Win from within. 4 strategies to overcome the enemy internally. You're going to shift from being your biggest enemy to being your best friend. And I'm coming off recently from a fast. We were on a 21-day fast. I'm pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Ministry in the city of Detroit. I would that you stop by, check us out, 20470 Hubble Street in the city of Detroit. Sundays at 10 a.m. Got Bible class, 7 p.m. on Tuesday nights. But, you know, we've been in this fast. And I recognize a fast, as we did a 21-day Daniel fast. A fast should not only empower us to eat clean, but also to live clean. And I was impressing upon the congregation. I said, you know what? There are some things that maybe we were consuming that we shouldn't consume anymore after this fast. There are some things that we were consuming or engaged in that we shouldn't even return to. Stop giving CPR to that which is dead. Stop trying to revive what you need to eulogize. People telling me, you know, my A1C is down, my blood pressure is leveled, I've lost some weight. And here's what we have to do. We've got to lose some weight as well. That's weighing on us. Weighing on your self-esteem, weighing on your value, weighing on who it is that you are, weighing on your confidence level. It's okay to be the biggest loser sometimes. Losing what doesn't belong to you. Family, just type let it go. Type let it go. Type let it go. That's number 3. Let it go. Told you the first 2. You got to value you. Got to train your brain. Thirdly, you got to let it go. Stop holding on to what's holding you down. Stop holding on to what's holding on to you. Loose it and let it go. Cut it off. Why is that? Because there's 2 pains in life. It's either the pain of discipline or the pain of consequence. The pain of consequence is, man, I should have done it. Could have done it. Would have done it. Didn't do it. pain of discipline is I didn't feel like doing it, but I'm glad I did. I've written 18 books now. I never felt like writing those books every single time that I wrote books. Motivation wears down. It's determination that keeps you going. I have to let it go so that I can grow. I got to get rid of the weight. Scripture says, lay aside every weight and the sin that does so easily beset you. Letting it go so you can grow. Taking off the weight and taking some time to just wait. W-A-I-T. Taking off the W-E-I-G-H-T to W-A-I-T. Taking some time to breathe, believe, and then break through. Told you, number one, if you're going to win from within, 4 strategies to overcome the enemy internally. Number 1, you got to value you. Number 2, train your brain. Thirdly, let it go. Fourthly, now, there is no failure, only feedback. Family, just type no failure. No failure, only feedback. No failure, only feedback. I need you to recognize that. Shoot for the moon. If you're not able to hit it, you'll still land amongst the stars. For many of us, our aim is not so high that we don't reach it. Our aim is too low that we hit it. I have to raise my level of expectation. In the midst of frustration, in the midst of whatever it seems like I'm failing. No, you're not a failure. You're only getting feedback. If it doesn't work, you didn't fail. It just got feedback. That's all. It's just feedback. It is Abraham Lincoln, who ran for office numerous times. Ran for senator numerous times and kept losing. Continued to fall short every single time. The one time that he ran for president, he got inaugurated. He won. Many people, listen, we would not have dare ran for president if we didn't become senator. We wouldn't dare run for president if we didn't serve in Congress. We wouldn't dare run for president if we hadn't been on maybe city council or your school board or being a mayor or a governor or a state representative. He decided to run for president regardless of all the losses that he faced, of all the quote unquote failures that he had. You think about Thomas Edison. You think about Thomas Edison. And Thomas Edison said, no, I didn't find 10,000 reasons that didn't work. It was just specifically, I didn't fail 10,000 times. I just found, 10,000 reasons why I should have kept going. Michael Jordan said, listen, I missed thousands of shots over my life. And the reason I succeed is because I kept trying. There's no failures, only feedback. Can you keep going when life is so daunting and it becomes so frustrating? You have to see yourself as not a warrior, but you're a warrior. Not a chump, but you're a champion. Not a chicken, but you're an eagle. Not chained to your past, but changed for your future. There's no failures, only feedback. And hear me, feedback is fertilizer for your next level. Feedback is fertilizer for your next level. That's all it's doing. It's giving you the wherewithal to keep going despite how you're feeling. Told you, number 1, value you. Number 2, let it go. Number 3, train your brain. Number 4, no failure, only feedback. Because you got to this point right here, I'm giving you bonus. I'm giving you extra credit. Yeah. Number 5. I told you only 4 strategies, but I'm giving you a 5th one. Let me bless you real good. Number 5. This is what I need you to do. Maintain a posture of prayer. If you're going to win from within, family, yeah, it's good to value you. It's good to train your brain. It's good to let things go that you don't need to be holding on to and don't need to be letting it hold on to you anyway. It's good to have that mindset of no failure, only feedback, and feedback being fertilizer. But last but not least, and maybe most important, preeminent, if I would say so, if I do say so myself, is that you must maintain a posture of prayer. You must maintain a posture of prayer. Going to church doesn't make you a Christian more than standing in a garage makes you a car. Yeah, you have to have the attributes. You have to have the characteristics. Right? I have to move into a place of prayer. My prayer is my power. My worship becomes my warfare. Prayer is not me bringing a laundry list to God of me treating him like a genie in a bottle. I rub the bottle 3 times and he gives me 3 wishes. No, that's not what it is. It is communication. It is development of relationship. It is connectivity. It is the fact that he becomes the source, God becomes the source of my strength, the strength of my life. It is that when I'm feeling sorrowful, I can go to God in prayer and I understand that the joy of the Lord is my strength. The strength of the Lord is my joy. Weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. I can defeat the enemy. Why? Because the spirit is willing, but the flesh is indeed weak. It is. As we were in prayer as a church, corporate consecration, congregation consecration. Yes, we connected prayer with fasting for 21 days. Jesus said, this kind goeth out, but by prayer and fasting. Right, that fasting is me saying, I'm going to sacrifice certain things in my life so that my discernment goes up, my prayer life goes up. Right, this is not just to lose weight, but this is to spiritually gain weight. Yeah, so I can get stronger in the spirit. So I can build up my inner man. Yeah, of course, there were particular cravings for certain food that I had. And maybe craving for things that I just didn't even really eat. Oh yeah, I mean, come on. Let me be honest about it. During my fast, sometimes I go to the grocery store. I get me some fruit. So I knew I needed to adhere to my Daniel fast. And I'd walk down certain aisles. I'd walk down the chip aisle. Knowing I wasn't going to get no chips, but I just wanted to see them. Man, I remember eating some chips. I remember those nacho cheese Doritos. I remember those Cooler Ranch chips. Oh no, gummy worms? Woof. Let me be honest. Sometimes I just feel the bag of the gummy worms. I would just feel the bag of the gummy worms. I know I couldn't get none, but I just wanted to feel the bag of the gummy worms. I miss these. But hear me, that's where discipline comes in. Say, no, I got to get out of the wrong aisle. Hear me, some of us are in the wrong aisle in our lives. We're in the wrong lane. We keep falling for the same old trick, for the same old okie doke. And we need to build up our spirit in prayer. Got to build up our mind, got to build up our spirit, man, in prayer to where I have that stick-to-itiveness to say, God, less of me and more of you. Despite all of what is going on in the world, I know that you're a shield for me, the glory and the lifter of my head. And as I am praying, I need to be praying the word. Family, just type, put the word on it. Put the word on it. Put the word on it. Come on, type pray, type pray. Prayer doesn't just change things, but prayer changes you. Yeah, that's what it's praying. That's what it's changing. It's changing me. To where I reflect what God wants me to be. Yes, I'm created in his image, but I need to reflect his likeness. The only way that I reflect his likeness is that I move in a place of prayer, that I develop my relationship with him, that I say, not my will, but your will be done. That I exercise my faith, that I move into a place of discipline to overcome the enemy internally so that I can win from within. I can win from within to say, greater is he that is within me than he that's in the world. Be anxious for nothing, but in everything by prayer and supplication, let your request be made known unto God. It's only supposed to give you 4, but I gave you 5 because you're going to thrive. I gave you 5. You got 5 on it. 5 is a number of grace. 5 is a number of favor. And I'm believing that God's grace will rest, rule, and abide on you even more now than ever before. I want you to sow into your favor. I want you to sow into you winning from within. Family, just type win. Type win. All I do is win, 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 no matter what. Got Jesus on my mind, and I'm never giving up. That's what it is. I'm winning from within. I want you to sow into your wins. I want you to sow into your victory. I want you to sow into your favor, even now, via Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr@gmail.com. Family, we've been having a super conversation. Drop a super chat, drop a super sticker. Link is in the chat. Link is in the description of this video for how and where to sow into this word that you've heard. I'm believing that God's going to do 30, 60, 100 fold in your life, that he's going to increase you. It's going to be miracles, signs, and wonders that are following you, that you're going to win from within. Every battle that you're experiencing is becoming a breakthrough for you and your loved ones too. Thank you for that super chat. Thank you for the super sticker, sewing it into the super conversation. Thank you for the online giving. Cash App, $Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, Dr. Eddie Ministries, PayPal, Zelle, EddieConnorJr@gmail.com. Thank you so much for helping this broadcast and blessing us to continue to do the work to build the kingdom and the community. If you're not a member of our Eagles community, I want you to soar with us into greater success and purpose. Join my virtual village. It's where I coach, it's where I teach, it's where I train, it's where I mentor. I go even further and farther. I give you so much strategy that connects to what we do here, but even on a greater way over there. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com, theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button. I want you to fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed as I coach, as I teach, as I train, as I mentor you, as you get access to our private Facebook group, where there's nothing but motivation and determination there, where you're able to connect with many of our gifted leaders and accountability partners locally, nationally, and globally, to where you have access to all of our sessions, past and present. And then more than anything, you're part of our live sessions in our virtual village. Yeah, a win for you is a win for us too. Join us. Go right now to theeaglesacademy.com. When you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form. I guarantee you're going to be transformed. Family, were you transformed by this conversation today? Just type blessed. Type blessed if you were transformed by this conversation today. Family in the mix. Oh yeah, we are out of time. But trust me, I'm not out of truth. And so I want to thank you for rocking with me. I want to thank you for riding with me. I really do want to thank you for rolling with me. Why? Because that's just how we roll. And we roll together each and every single weekday, Monday through Friday, for In the Mix. We mix it up right here on the YouTube side. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that like button. Hit that subscribe button as well. Share this with somebody. Come on, share this. Share if you care. You're here because you care, so I need you to share. Be a digital disciple. Be an electronic evangelist. Your timeline could be someone's lifeline. Share this link with somebody And I know it's going to bless them, and there's more in store for their life. Sincerely, give a sincere salute and shout out to all of you who are watching us on our sister satellite stations on social media. And I just got a question for you. Are you my friend? Are we locked in? Well, then step this way, step that way. Which way? By friending me, follow me on Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, Twitter, TikTok. We don't stop at EddieConnorJr. How do you spell it? I'm so glad you asked. Put some respect on my name, EddieConnorJr. Y'all keep showing love. I'm going to keep showing up, and I want you to show up this Sunday. Make a point to join me this Sunday at 10 o'clock a.m. for our amazing service. You owe it to you to be a part of our powerful worship experience of word and worship, praise, prayer, and a powerful prophetic preach word from yours truly as I serve as the pastor of the Remnant Worshipers Ministry. I guarantee you we have a word. God has a word in store to bless you. Join us in the place. I'd love to see your face there. trwchurch.org is where you can get more information about our church. Check out our services and ways that you can support our ministry. You can get any of my books on Amazon. I've got 18 of them out there. Get them as ebooks, audiobooks, hard copies. You can also get signed copies at my website, which is EddieConnor.com, EddieConnor.com. And beyond just books, I got a plethora of resources, such as my bestseller book, Blueprint. Don't you want to write your book this year? Come on, I'm talking to you. Don't you want to write your book this year? You got all those ideas, you got all those witty inventions, and it's time to get it out. Let me show you how to do that. Yeah, let me show you how to take your manuscript to the marketplace. How really to increase your book sales, to become an authority as an author. You can't spell the word authority without the word author. Once you become an authority in your industry, I've done this 18 times. I've got best-selling books. I think I know a thing or two about a thing or two. People have gotten this bestseller book, Blueprint. It has blessed them. It has caused them to develop their books, to take it to take their manuscript to the marketplace, to move into a place of that which is lucrative. Go get it right now. EddieConnor.com. Get my bestseller book, Blueprint, and then also get my Successful Speaker Strategies digital video training guide. You write a book, people are going to ask you to come on the podcast, ask you to talk about the book. Yeah, whether you're a professor, whether you're a podcaster, whether you're in a boardroom, or whether you're in a classroom, you're going to have to present, talk, and speak in front of people. It's got to be more than filler words. It's got to be more than, you know what I'm saying? It's got to be more than, see what happened was, or like. You've got to develop your speaking vernacular. There is an art to communication. Whatever you're building, I guarantee you can build it better if you're using better words. Let me show you how to do that. Go get my Successful Speaker Strategies and my bestseller book, Blueprint. They're going to be a tremendous blessing to you. If you're looking for a dynamic speaker, speaking of speaking, if you're looking for a dynamic speaker now, why would you look any further? You know that I'm the man for the job, so invite me to speak at your church, your conference, your community center, your school, your graduation, your session. Invite me in your podcast. Let's make some progression. Add me to your calendar. All you have to do is email me to invite me. info@EddieConnor.com. And it would be an honor for me to empower you. Yours truly, Dr. Eddie, your main man, 100 grand. Your brother, and I mean that, from another mother. Family, it's been fun, but you know, brother, gotta run. So I want you to know it's been a privilege and a pleasure, a treat and a treasure, a joy. Yes, it has been beyond measure, but I want you, yes, you, I'm talking to you now, to remember to keep the faith and believe it's going to be bigger, better, brighter, peace, and a whole lot of love. Keep soaring higher. You know, I realize the extent of your development is connected to the extent of your investment. What I mean, invest little, develop little. But we're investing much into you as you invest in yourself by developing your purpose, developing your goals and your dreams and your ideals and your ideas, shifting you from ideas to income. Where does this all happen at? I'm so glad you asked. It takes place in our Eagles Academy. All you have to do is go right now to theeaglesacademy.com, tap the join now button, fill out the form, be transformed to shift your ideas into income, your contacts into contracts, really to grow your ideas, your impact, and your influence. You owe it to you to invest in you. And as a result of it, now you are able to be coached and mentored and be a part of our live trainings with yours truly. Yeah, with me, along with a host of other leaders and trendsetters and trailblazers and accountability partners. No one grows in a silo. The power of mentorship, it takes what I've learned in years and months and I give it to you in minutes. What I've learned in decades and I can give it to you in days. To be a part of our private Facebook group, to get guided feedback through our Eagle's Nest reflections, to get access to all of the content, all the live sessions and the trainings of business development, of financial stewardship, of the impact and empowerment that only takes place when you go right now to the eaglesacademy.com. Again, when you get there, tap the Join Now button, fill out the form, be transformed. But it doesn't just stop there. You want to develop your book? Then guess what? You are an aspiring author. You need to get my bestseller book blueprint. It's available right now. accessidentity.org/author. All of the insight of what it is that I have used to write 18 books and be a best-selling author. You owe it to you to get your hands on that. You also owe it to you to get my Successful Speaker Strategies download. I'm telling you, whatever you're building, you can build it better if you use better words. Let me show you how to develop your communication. There's an art to communication. Let me show you how to develop that. Go right now as well to accessidentity.org/speaker. And then I am blessed to pastor the Remnant Worshipers Church. I want you to be a part of the church that I am pastoring at right now. Is such a great thing of what it is that God has fashioned us to do. And it's taking place right here in the city of Detroit, 10 a.m. every Sunday. 6 p.m. we have prayer on Tuesdays. And then 7 p.m. on those same Tuesdays, we have TNT Tuesdays. Truth and Transformation. It's amazing. You want to be a part of it. Go right now, trwchurch.org. And then I want to see your face in the place this Sunday at 20470 Hubble Street. I'm doing my best to save you a seat. Powerful prayer, praise, and a preach word. Can't wait to see your face in place at the Remnant Worshipers Church.